to welcome 2026 Royal Enfield Hunter 350 BS7 bike two-wheel world, and today we are taking a detailed look at the Hunter 350, covering its design, engine, performance, comfort, technology, practicality, expected pricing, and the qualities that make this motorcycle different from so many modern alternatives. Before we begin, there is an important point about the name BS7. Royal Enfield's officially confirmed specifications and market availability can vary by country and model year, so the exact BS7 configuration, equipment and price should be confirmed when the motorcycle is officially announced for your market. For this review, we are treating the 2026 Hunter 350 BS7 as the latest generation, emissions-compliant evolution of the Hunter 350 concept rather than claiming unconfirmed specifications as official. That distinction matters, especially when discussing a future model. The Hunter 350 has always had a simple mission. It takes the traditional Royal Enfield formula and gives it a more compact, youthful and urban personality. Instead of looking like a large touring motorcycle, the Hunter is short, approachable and visually energetic. It is the kind of bike that can feel perfectly natural on a crowded city street, while still having enough character for a weekend ride outside town. From the first glance, the design tells you that this is a Royal Enfield, but it is not trying to look like a motorcycle from another era. The round headlamp, sculpted fuel tank, exposed mechanical components and compact proportions create a combination of classic and contemporary styling. The 2026 version is expected to retain the essential Hunter identity while benefiting from the continuing refinement of the platform. At the front, the round headlight remains one of the most recognizable visual elements. Depending on market specification, lighting equipment and trim level can vary, but the overall design philosophy is clear. Keep the front end clean rather than covering it with unnecessary bodywork. The headlamp sits prominently between the fork tubes, while the compact handlebar and mirrors complete the straightforward roadster appearance. The front suspension gives the motorcycle a planted visual stance. The fork arrangement is designed around everyday road use rather than extreme off-road riding or track performance. This is important because the Hunter is fundamentally an urban roadster. Its job is to make commuting, short trips and relaxed weekend riding enjoyable. Move toward the side and the Hunter 350 becomes even more interesting. The fuel tank has a muscular shape without becoming excessively large. Its lines flow toward the seat and side panels, creating a compact silhouette. The exposed engine is another major part of the visual experience. Instead of hiding the mechanical components behind plastic panels, Royal Enfield allows the engine to become part of the motorcycle's character. The low and compact proportions are especially useful in traffic. A motorcycle can have impressive specifications on paper, but if it feels difficult to maneuver between vehicles, park, or control at low speed, the numbers do not mean much to an everyday rider. The Hunter's relatively compact roadster architecture is one of its strongest advantages. The rear section continues the minimalist theme. The seat, rear frame, side panels, grab area, tail section and exhaust work together without creating an oversized appearance. The rear wheel fills out the design nicely, while the short visual proportions give the Hunter its distinctive urban personality. And then there is the exhaust. Royal Enfield has always understood that the engine and exhaust note contribute significantly to the emotional experience of riding. The Hunter 350 is not designed to produce a high-revving race bike soundtrack. Instead, its appeal comes from the deeper, relaxed character associated with the single-cylinder Royal Enfield. Underneath the styling is the familiar 349cc single-cylinder engine architecture used across Royal Enfield's modern 350 platform. For a BS7-era motorcycle, emissions compliance and refinement will be major priorities. The engine is expected to remain focused on usable-to-work and smooth everyday operation rather than chasing a huge peak power figure. That philosophy is actually one of the Hunter's greatest strengths. You do not need to rev the engine aggressively just to make progress. In city riding, the motor's tractable character makes it easy to move away from traffic lights, maintain speed and accelerate through normal urban gaps. For riders who are upgrading from a smaller motorcycle, the Hunter 350 can offer a substantial step up in road presence without immediately becoming intimidating. For experienced riders, it provides something different. A relaxed motorcycle that can be enjoyed without constantly chasing performance. Acceleration should be viewed in the context of the motorcycle's intended purpose. This is not a lightweight supersport machine, and it is not trying to compete with high-performance middleweights. Instead, the Hunter is designed to deliver predictable acceleration and useful mid-range response. Around town, that can be exactly what you want. Twist the throttle and the motorcycle responds with the steady push rather than an aggressive surge. The power delivery makes the bike friendly for everyday use, especially when traffic conditions constantly require changes in speed. The gearbox is equally important. A motorcycle with a good engine but an awkward transmission quickly becomes tiring in urban conditions. The Hunter platform has traditionally been designed around a smooth, straightforward riding experience, and the 2026 evolution should continue that philosophy while aiming for improved refinement. One of the biggest attractions of the Hunter is its handling. The compact chassis makes the motorcycle feel relatively agile at lower speeds. Steering through narrow streets, making U-turns, navigating parking areas and dealing with congested traffic are all situations where a compact roadster can have a major advantage. At moderate speeds, the motorcycle should feel stable enough for normal highway and open road riding. The suspension setup is aimed at balancing comfort and control rather than delivering an extremely firm, track-oriented ride. That makes sense because the Hunter's strongest territory is everyday road use. Braking performance is another important part of the package. Depending on the final market specification and trim level, equipment can differ. But modern safety expectations mean buyers will be looking for dependable braking hardware and appropriate ABS assistance. ABS is especially valuable when road conditions change unexpectedly, helping riders maintain better control during hard braking. The wheels and tires also contribute to the Hunter's personality. The overall setup is designed for road use, and the tire dimensions are intended to provide a useful balance between maneuverability, stability and grip. This is another area where the Hunter's practical character becomes obvious. Now let's talk about comfort, because this is where a motorcycle can either become something you genuinely want to ride every day or something that stays in the garage. The Hunter's riding position is relatively upright compared with a fully committed sport motorcycle. The handlebar, seat and foot peg relationship creates a roadster-style posture that is suitable for urban riding. You are not stretched aggressively over the fuel tank, and you are not sitting in the extremely upright position of a large adventure motorcycle. Seat height is also one of the Hunter's important advantages. Its approachable proportions can make it easier for a wider range of riders to get comfortable and maintain confidence when stopping. That can be especially valuable for newer riders or anyone who frequently rides in busy traffic. The seat itself is designed around everyday use. For solo riding, it offers a straightforward and practical platform, while the passenger area allows the Hunter to remain useful for occasional two-up journeys. However, as with almost every compact roadster, long-distance passenger comfort will depend on the rider's expectations.